Welcome back, guys, today to the channel. I have the privilege of introducing the episode. It's a special one. Today we are going to do a question and answer episode, so that we are able to deeply get to understand who Hossie is and what the channel is all about. So today, Hossie, it's mostly all about you.
Wow.
And what we're trying to do is to understand your journey, the path that you've gone through, and things that have shaped you and made you who you are at this current time. So I understand you live a unique life. We live a unique life, right?
Yeah.
We decided to be out of the ordinary. We do not follow what the society expects of.
We are rebels.
Exactly. We homeschool the children.
Yeah.
You decided to sacrifice your life.
Yeah.
To take care of the children, the family. So these are some of the unique things that I believe have shaped us and made you who you are.
Yeah.
So how has that lifestyle impacted your current life?
Just the way you have said it, it is very unique. First of all, hi guys. Yeah, so you've said it's very unique. It is, we are like rebels. We have chosen to do things that are not expected of the society.
Yeah.
And of course, this one always leans heavy on a woman. Because for you as a woman, you're expected to be hustling and doing a lot of things and all that stuff. And given the fact that I got educated by my parents, I paid all the fees, and I graduated at university with a Bachelor of Science and Information Technology, and then here I am at home taking care of my children. You're just at home. That's what people think. You're not working. And as the world has it, or the society has it, especially in the African kind of setting, they're expecting you, when you finish to study, to look for a job. Of course, I did that at first. I went out and tried and did different kinds of jobs. And until I realized that I think even I don't concentrate at work thinking about my children. And wanting them to have the basic and best education. I didn't find it in the country we were living in at that time. I tried to move around and see. Of course, firstborns are very special, and you want them to have the best kind of education during that time. It was very difficult to find a good school, and of course, me not working at that time, we could not afford such schools, and I wanted to give them the best kind of education. So we sat down, we decided that one of us needs to, God kind of gave us this wisdom of homeschooling, because we did homeschooling way before COVID. When was it? I don't know when we began homeschooling.
2017, around
2017, 2016, around that time. That's when we began to do homeschooling. And it is weird for everyone, and people are asking themselves, what are you doing? You're not working. Not knowing that actually what I'm doing is a lot of work. Look at this.
Exactly.
Look at this, because we're not paying fees outside. Of course, we have to pay for the curriculum and all those other things, but there's a lot of fees that we cut off. Things like uniforms, those things that are needed in school, transportation, and those other things, and yet we are giving them quality education. Our firstborn is almost going to grade 6, and that is a very big achievement at 11 years old. And to me, I feel like we've already set our roots into homeschooling. That's now very difficult to come out of it seeing the benefits of it. So the way it impacted my life and changed me is me shifting my mind from the normal way of doing things, knowing that these children are mine, knowing that I need to do things differently because God called me different.
Exactly.
I'm different from the society, I'm different from the world. God created me uniquely. Me as Hossie will not find another Hossie in this world. And so family being my first priority, the things that I cherish most, I decided I'm going to put family first and do things uniquely, not the way the world expects, or Africa or my society where I come from, and do homeschooling. One, that was shifting my mind from not pleasing the people and thinking differently. Another thing is knowing like you can actually be fully involved in the children's life. And that is one of the best things to do as a parent, to be fully involved. For me, I teach them, I cook for them, I clean for them, like I do everything for them, and I'm fully 100% involved into their growing, and that brings its own fulfillment that other people might not get outside there, especially mothers. And of course, also accepting that it doesn't have to always be the way people expect. I had said that before. But knowing that you can actually put down something you thought was treasurable, like going out to work, not being proud to say that because I have a degree, I have to go out and work as a master and force things. Yet my family is not, abandoned by, remember, it is, for me, it is my number one responsibility, according to me. To other people, it might not be. But to me, I feel like going out there to work and leaving my family is going to shatter me, right? So those other things, there's a lot that has changed really in my life, but those are the main ones.
Oh, wow, that's great. And I think the fact that you began from zero, teaching them how to write, how to read, up to the level where they are now doing things that are challenging us. I think it's a very good achievement, and you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
In both parenting, and also educating us. I sit there, watch your videos, listen to you, and I'm like, you've got a lot of wisdom that should be shared with the world and can change other people. So that said and done, what are some of the challenges and triumphs that you've experienced in this lifestyle that you chose?
Wow, the challenges are there, of course, very many times. Again, coming from that what the society expects. Sometimes you are put down. It's not that you're perfect all the time and you're thinking, well, I've got it, so I don't care. Sometimes you do care about what actually people think. And especially like those days you are broke, and maybe those days you're down and someone has to remind you, have you got the job? Have you looked for a job? I've had very many people asking me whether I've got a job so far. Like, people don't understand that what I'm doing is actually a job, a serious job, that can't even pay me anything. Some people kind of like to think that people who are, especially mothers who are stay at home, are just there chilling. Surprisingly, there is somewhere I read where a man was saying that a stay-at-home mom doesn't deserve to have a maid. I was like, wow, what an ignorant man. It was a man. Very ignorant. I was even feeling pity for the wife, if he has the wife. Because the hardest job to do is being a stay-at-home mom. And then for me, I had to add on homeschooling. You have to give birth to these children, breastfeed them, take care of them and do everything, then also homeschool them without help. Not that like the chores. You don't have so much help. Of course, for me, I have kind of automated my life. I've made machines help me in this way and on another. You know, things like it can't be washing, hand washing. You know, you invest in a washing machine, and such things do help you. So the challenges really do come, especially when you're very low and you're like, I'm tired, how will I do all these things? But then when I sit down and see where I've brought them from and how much they can do, how much they have achieved, how much they even challenge even people outside there, those who are in actually public schooling, I'm like, it really brings back my spirit, and I'm like, I'm going to go on. It's actually recently when someone, not recently, I think yesterday, when someone was asking me whether I am considering public schooling, people kind of always suggest it. They be like, hey, you need to, they think that I'm doing a wrong thing. But I think I've already done this for a long time, that I've seen its benefits, and I don't feel like the pros are more than the cons. So I think that is where I want to go, and that's the direction I want to take up until God tells me now it's time to change.
One question that comes is how the kids are going to socialize. And yet, most of these people who are talking about socialization, they don't even understand it.
What
and they
socialization
can't even, actually,
is.
some of them can't even stand their peers at work.
Yes.
You understand?
That's really not being social.
So I'm like, well, these kids actually, they socialize, they meet up with people, be it going to church, be it even having the calls, because I mean,
Yes.
like me, relatives, friends,
Yes.
they are all over the world, so
You can just dial.
it's a call. You
And
talk to these
call.
people, and you feel like you're there. I mean, technology has advanced. You can have a Zoom call, you can have any video call.
And there are 3. I have
mean-
an opportunity of having 3 children.
Yes.
Them being socializing with each other first before you go outside to the world is very important
Actually,
to me.
the most important thing, and you haven't even mentioned it, is you're impacting them with principles. You're impacting them with good manners.
Yes.
That they're going to apply them when they go out there, right? Because let's face it, I mean, I've been in a public school, so I know.
Yeah.
Public school brings people of all
Different
manners,
Yeah.
behaviors, mindsets, and they're all together competing, right?
Yeah.
And that affects the way the children, like, they teach children things that could be, what you expect as a parent for them to learn. So if you're homeschooling, if you're taking care of your own kids, you're impacting them with what you as a parent
think.
Yes, and more so a Christian parent, what you
Yes.
think is the right thing for
Yes.
them. So you are preparing a generation that is going to be, caring, that is going to be compassionate
Yes.
about other people, that's going to be, will have the resilience to survive in the new and ever-changing world.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So I think that's one thing that I have learned from this, because I see they are genuinely compassionate.
They are, because
And-
they have not yet picked from the world
Exactly.
how to be rude, how to be
And-
because
yeah.
I control what they watch, I control what they see. Like literally, they are still in my nurturing hands. And someone might say that maybe I don't know the world yet to throw them there, but I think a lot of things are learnt from this stage.
And the other thing is, like, for instance, I told you there is that report about the future of work. The future of work is actually going to be remote. People are going to be doing jobs that are not existing in their local setups. So, what happens if you get a remote job and you're working like from 8 p.m. to midnight, right? You're spending all the time by yourself at
Yeah.
home, the daytime when you're supposed other people are productive. Maybe it's your time to rest.
Yeah.
So, and it's paying you well. So you see, that's a plus. So
Yes.
if you say you need to be out there interacting with people, eventually virtual world is coming, and it's coming to take over.
It's taking over, and I think, to me, I believe that God gave us families for a reason, but we have not sat down to realize why God gave us families. That's why you're finding right now at our age we have conflicts with our siblings. We would rather do without them People would rather do without their siblings because they did not prioritize them. Some of them keep saying, my friends are better than my family. You know, it can be true because that is what you were allowed to go and check. But for me, I have emphasized you are not supposed to even have any other friend apart from your brother. Start with what you have. Start with your brother. Respect them, love them, do all the practice until you get a friend, until God allows you to go outside and get a different kind of friend. But you have to first love your siblings at home first. That's one of the values that I'm putting there. So socialization has to start from home before you go out.
Yeah, you must learn it, then you go out and impact the world with the good things that you've learned.
If you're not social at home, how are you going to be social outside there? You'll be pretending. A lot of things you don't know, you didn't learn from home. Charity begins at home. That's it.
Good. Wow, that's some great insights you're throwing to us.
Yes.
Then the other thing is based on the experiences that you've picked along the way and the lessons that you've learned, what's the advice you have for people out there who are watching you and they are maybe considering following your path, considering trying what you've been up to?
Because homeschooling actually is not for everyone. But for me, the first thing that I noticed is go back to the basics of the Bible. How did God create us? How did He want us to fit in our roles as females and males? I keep seeing Him say that a man was supposed to provide. A man is for providing, and kind of like a woman is to nurture and raise the children and be there for the family. I'm not saying that you have to be at home, and be at home as a woman, but embracing your role. If you're a father out there, please get to know that provision is mostly it is on you, and there is a way God is going to help you. Help you even with your little to take care of your family. And if you're a mother, please do not start competing and being the one to want to provide so much. I know there are very many challenged mothers out there who have husbands or partners or fathers who are not doing their work of provision, so they are the ones to go and do it. And mothers, you have to let me know that it's harder. You have to prove to me that it's actually harder for you if you're the one providing. But it's never hard for a man to provide for his family. It's like the way it's very hard for a man to give birth. But it's not very hard for a woman to do that. However painful it is, we always do it. However hard it is to breastfeed, we do it. It comes out naturally. So I think even believing that a man's role of provision comes naturally. There is a way God will feed him and help him to protect and take care of the family. So if you have fears of if I don't go to work, how will it happen in this economy and what? Miraculously, such things really, it depends on what you've chosen to do. If you choose to stay in a one room, God will sustain you in that one room. If you decide to stay in a mansion of 8 bedrooms and everything, God will sustain you. Now, if you've chosen the life of homeschooling like ours, it comes with these challenges, but God will sustain you through that. And to me, I want to say that all of us have embraced our roles. You as a provider, me as a nurturer, and things are working out for us. So I wouldn't completely say that that's the advice I'm giving other people, but sit down with your God and understand who you are, and let God give you the way you want to run your family dynamics, and He will help you through that. So to me, I wouldn't want to say my life is yours, but God is sustaining us the way we are and the lifestyle we've chosen, and the strength He has given me, the strength He has given you was all made for our family dynamic.
What I'm picking from you is that your spiritual journey has shaped who you are.
Yes.
And you've tried to maintain the basic principles and teachings that you pick from the Bible. And the other thing that is coming out clearly is with a unique lifestyle like yours, you must be, both parents must be hands-on.
Exactly.
you understand, they must, fold their sleeves and get their hands dirty in whatever they do. And I think ultimately that's what brings joy. Like for me, I mean, I love to cook. I love to experiment with different things in the kitchen. And I like that moment when the kids are excited. Like you saw something online, then they Google and email me the recipe. Then I go shop the stuff, come and prepare it with them. And I mean, at the end of the day, what brings joy more than that, They enjoy life, and it gives me a sense of satisfaction, right? So I think, wow, that's some good insights you've thrown out there, and I'm sure your viewers are understanding, are now in a position to understand what shapes you, what shapes your mindset, what drives you, and then things and the value that you stand for. Well, I hand it over now to you.
I think I've spoken so much in this this session. We could even end it from there, because I would say I have a lot of things to say, but those are the questions you have chosen for me, and I hope I've answered them very well, or maybe someone has learned something from us and these questions. And we hope that we shall keep on bringing a lot of different ways of approaching these topics, so that maybe you can learn something from that. So today was that, a few questions for me, and that's it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and share, comment, and bring out your views. Like, you can just go to click on share and share on your status, so that other people see.
How much does it cost to share?
Nothing.
How much does it cost to subscribe?
To subscribe, really nothing. Just do it. Just press. You can change someone's life by just clicking that.
If you want.
If you want. It's the power is in your hand. Don't forget to also click on the bell, so that every time we put out this video, you're notified and you watch it. God bless you. See you next time.